Boom. Oh. What it does, what is poppin', everybody? My name is Cheerio C.
My name is No Joke.
Oh, I am Dan Johnson. Grrr.
All right, Drizzly.
Oh, you like that? You like that?
Welcome to episode 133 of Bad Habits Podcast. It's cracking, cunts. Man's good.
You know, just watching NPC stuff, NPC TikToks and Instagram videos.
Thank you for the glizzy.
I've been watching people go gang gang, gang gang, gang gang.
That's all you need. Ice cream, so good.
Ice cream, so good.
And Notion would not. He absolutely, cold-heartedly refused to acknowledge and show his gratitude for the glizzy that Dan and I had bestowed upon him.
That's true. The digital hot dog that I was unable to touch or render into poo eventually. Unable to do any of that because of your fuckery. So
if I gave you a hot dog right now, what would you say?
I would say cheers for the hot dog, fam.
Oh, wow. Yeah. Ruining it. It's ruining everything.
Give me some buckets for the hot dog, fam. Like, I'd be like, bro.
Nah.
Anyway, we'll come back to this later. Back to this later.
Disappoint everyone. You know, I'm not here for
the fuckery. Yep.
No.
Yeah. Look, it's okay. I can't even look at the screen. I can't even look at you right now. So
I'm just disgusting everyone. Welcome to the podcast, buddy.
Right? Welcome to the podcast, yo. So this week we have a whole bunch of topics, and we typically don't have this many topics. I think it's just been like a busy week. So what we thought about doing, Dan came up with an idea. So in the beginning, y'all, I mean, obviously this is, you know, we talk about what's happening and stuff, but it's also just our, you know, we yap about shit that's going on and stuff. But, you know, we might also yap about stuff and going on tangents for a hot minute. So we thought, let's curtail that a little bit. Let's all just say, like, you know, 5 things that happened this week and just sort of like higher level shit. We don't have to go too balls deep in anything unless we really want to. But that might keep things more efficient. And then we're going to a little different approach as well to going through all the topics to make sure we get through everything. So switching it up, it's fun for everyone, you know? It's fun for everybody. So then, Daniel, the week, the top 5. I like that, though. Top 5 things happened this week. That's kind of cool. It's like positive.
Top five. Okay.
And you know what? And then you ended up with, what did you learn this week? Tell us one thing you learned.
Oh, what did I learn this week?
Think about that. You can say that at the end after you've told us about your week, though.
All right. 5 things. Okay. Travis Scott, Utopia, number 1.
Okay.
That's up there. Travis Scott, Utopia, number 2. Number 2, I must say. My parents are coming to New York, and I'm going to link them there. Okay. That's number 2. Number 3, Trias. I'm
Any
going to
forests?
say Trias, no forest.
No forest. Okay.
No forest. I saw Steve Easy. I saw him on the road. G-checked him on the road. I had to pay his mob ties. He had to check in with me.
I had to come through and buy Dan a beer, which I actually didn't do.
You know, it's okay. Next time.
You didn't G-check me hard enough.
Yeah, that's the thing. Number 4. This is good. I'm thinking on the spot. I just watched the Love Island finale. There you go. That's number 4.
Fire.
Number 4.
Ooh, that gave me an idea. Okay.
It was very weird ending, but it was good. I enjoyed it overall. And number 5, I watched one of the NPCs break character, and he acted like a fucking gangster, and I rated it so much. That is number 5 for me.
That was a good one.
That was really good. And what did I learn this week?
Yes.
I learned from that specific video. I learned you should always just be yourself and be happy in your skin. There you go.
Wow. That's wise. Like that. Well done.
There you go.
You know what?
Thank you.
You know what? You get some applause for that.
Thank you.
So,
Thank you.
are we allowed to ask questions post the top 5, maybe?
Go on. Give me some follow-up questions. I'm
So,
ready,
like,
I'm ready.
the guy on the video, just to explain it so people can see it. So, last week we talked about the NPCs thing and whatever. So, this was, like, a young kid, and he seemed to be in public, though. Like, it looked like... and doing the NPC thing for money, which that was pretty odd, no?
Yeah, so his thing was he was in Brooklyn, I believe, and he's impersonating Miles Morales, who is the Black Spider-Man.
Right. Okay, so
And
that's why he was outside.
yes, that's why he was outside.
And he was doing it, and some people walked past and gave him shit, and then he came out and just started cussing him and being like, yo, come here, I'll knock your fucking head off. Like, let me be nerdy, bro. Let me do my nerdy shit.
Yeah. And I was like,
it was
so
good.
fucking gangster.
Yeah.
Because like, as weird as it is, yeah, like he's doing whatever weird shit he's doing, but he like fully switched up and was so fucking gangster about it at the same time. I was like, you know what, this guy's a G. And he's like proper riding hard for like pause for what he like loves in it. So
okay,
I respected it better. And loads of people on Twitter were like, this is how the real Spider-Man, the Black Spider-Man, should have really been. This is how he should really be in this movie. So I'm like, you know what? Respect to that guy.
it was good. It's definitely worth checking out. Okay, amazing. Oh, well, that was hyper efficient. Okay, I like this. I like that. I think this is always good to have a little, maybe a follow up to give everybody an opportunity to just just poke a little bit without yapping on for fucking
poke you.
45 minutes. Mate, you can poke me anytime. All right, beautiful. Dan, great work. Nosh, top 5 this week, and then what did you learn?
Fuck, I'm out here. Top 5, fucking made a bunch of new beats, uploaded some beats, notionbeats.com.
Notionbeats.com.
I got a
you can just
rap
buy the beats at notionbeats.com. You can just go to notionbeats.com and buy the beats.
I'm going to go on notionbeats.com right now.
Yeah, you could. You
Wow.
could actually do that if you went to notionbeats.com. You can actually buy the beats, but you can
notionbeats.com. Okay.
Sure, it's proper. So yeah, a couple of those going on. I've been continuing to work with the Punjabi MC on the track, and we've almost finished it. Sounded great. Keen as fuck to show you cunts. Probably a couple of weeks away. Let's be real.
Is that the same Punjabi MC who was working with Jay-Z?
I really wish, but it's not. It's an Indian man who raps in Punjabi on my beats. It's not the actual Punjabi MC that did the song with Jay-Z. Unfortunately, because that will be super sweet, but this kind of is equally as dope. And I don't know. It's almost finished. We're waiting for some new vocal stems, whatever. But things are going great, and I'm happy with that. So that's number 1. Well, I guess number 5. The Crankworks mountain bike series that I watched and I've talked about, I've peppered in here. They're at their final stop for the season. They're in Whistler. And... the downhill was like the day after our last podcast airing, and so there's a brand new World Cup downhill track, and it is so it's not the World Cup downhill track; it's just a new one for Crankworks. But it is so amazing that all the riders have loved it so much. They're hopefully putting it into contention for an actual World Cup downhill track because the UCI needs some different tracks. So yeah, there was a really great event. There's a Canadian rider who passed away, and they dedicated the track to him, and it's gnarly as fuck. It's really exciting to watch. So yeah, amazing mountain bike action, making lots of beats, uploading new ones. I went on a couple of rides. Also been repairing my body because I had a fucking, a big ride at the bike park. Fucking smashed a bunch of crazy beers lately, thanks to C Feezy. And I've been indulging and documenting. Saw some great sunsets, and what did I learn? Health is wealth, and fucking keep your fitness up because you only get it once, mate. Don't be a dickhead and move your body, man. That's the lesson I learned, is to continue to move your body, even through minor pain. Just keep going, mate. It always makes it better because you don't have to wait for it to get better. You got to move through it. So lean into the pain and go through the things.
That's a gem. That's words of wisdom. Did you? And today you went riding with the homie Craig, who's a longtime friend of ours from Toronto, who lives in San Diego now, but he's in town. You boys FaceTimed me this morning. Went for a nice little ride around the trail.
Love that. That was such a fucking great way to start the trail off because, just hung out, saw your fucking morning hair on FaceTime.
Killer.
It was quite amazing. Quite the spectacle to see before you go off on a gallivant in the forest with 4 men. So it was a good
point.
It was a good time. Yeah, I had some problems with my bike. I'm gonna have to get it fixed by the man's. Nothing serious, but I'm trying to go to the bike park on Wednesday, which is 2 days away from now. Trying to go to Horseshoe again because I got invited from my man's Tyler. So I'm trying to fucking go, dog, because that is how we maximize the summer. And yeah, just great ride today. I absolutely got my ass kicked because we climbed lots of stuff and then we jumped off lots of stuff. So full body workout, had a sick day.
Fuck yeah. All right. Love it.
Good shit.
Okay, so the top 5. Well, one of the greatest things, Yeezy announced officially the next drop across the world. So they're doing Canada got like, I want to say like 8 or 10. There isn't even that many. A couple compacts.
Yeah, I saw that.
It's not incredible, huh? So, but they said there's multiple drops in August. So this could just be the first one. So I think this will come on the 1st or the 2nd, from what I understand. The 2nd, okay. So we'll see. I'll go in for probably one thing. I'm not going to go too nuts. It's in this economy, Yeezy's bad timing. But definitely happy to hear about that. On the weekend, I saw Dan because he babysat Barrington. We went to the Barris Hammond show. What's that?
I said
Went to Barris Hammond show at Rebel in Toronto. It was interesting. So Barris is the GOAT, but the venue is in the middle of fucking dickhole nowhere. It's so annoying to get to. There's construction everywhere. The traffic is just fucking bonkers. Like, it was so I hate that place so much. And then the sound was fucking whack. And then the bartenders were whack. So at the back, there was like people waiting. Everyone's confused. You wait all this time. We went to another bar and came back, and then Tiff's mum was still waiting for the first time. Went to order all the stuff. They didn't even have the same thing. Like, they were out of like one of the most common things they had in cans. Like, they only had Coronas really and Stella or something. Like, and then the sound was fucking terrible. Like, you couldn't hear half the time. It was like, and they kept like turning it down. It was just a really weird experience. It wasn't as far. I feel like they let him down, but someone said, Tiff was speaking to somebody and they said he went on, doors opened at 6 on the Friday night. We went to and we didn't know it was a 3 p.m. show. And we got there at like, they told us 3 p.m. We didn't know. We thought it was an evening show. So thank fuck we checked the tickets. They said he was on at 5:30, but he didn't get on till I think 6:30. So thank God we didn't get there at 3 p.m. We'd be waiting. On Friday though, Cunts was saying, this lady told Tiff that doors opened at 6 and he didn't go on till 11. So if you got there on time, you would be waiting for 5 hours standing around drinking overpriced alcohol, if you can even get it. It was just not a great experience, I think, at that venue. So I definitely would highly recommend to avoid it. But on the flip side, we got to see Dan afterwards, or before and after, but we also went to Steam Whistle, had food and some beers. That was really fun. Really cool spot. What else? I'm a little stuffy right now, only because I grew jalapenos in the garden and I had some with dinner. They're just so hot. I can't believe how hot jalapenos are. They're fucking kicking my dick hole. I'm all like, what's that?
Last time I had real jalapenos, they were on. I had a Blondie's pizza, so you get like there's a certain name for it, but it's like a spicy pepperoni. You have like pepperoni, real jalapenos, and then some hot honey on it.
Nice.
And the next day, because I had real jalapenos, bro, they just run through.
Yeah.
Crazy. Take hot sauce like a champion. I reckon I'd do like a decent run at the hot sauce gauntlet, right? But real jalapenos will fuck your asshole up next day. It's quite astonishing when you have real ones that are good quality.
Yeah. I ate a full one to the face the first time because I thought jalapenos were soft. I just chopped the whole bitch up and threw it in. And I was fucking... I think I shat like 5 times in 24 hours. My asshole was burning. It was bad.
Wow.
So tonight I had like half. I had half last night and then half tonight, but it was just really hot. And I just feel like I'm all like, I guess because it activates the mucus. So... Pardon?
It's coming out of your pores. You're sweating.
Basically. But it wasn't even like that. Yeah, it was just like, it's, I don't know, made me sort of like it's clearer, but I'm also congested. I don't fucking know. Either way, jalapenos are lit. I'm annoyed that it's cold at night now. It's like tonight we went for a walk and it was like I probably could have worn a hoodie or a jacket or something. and the other night the same thing. It's
The sun's
July.
setting before 9 o'clock, so everything's like the sun sets at like 8:42 now. So we're getting like 15, almost 20 minutes of less sunlight a day. It's definitely starting to get colder at night. I fucking hate it too. What the
Well,
fuck?
the interesting thing is this time last year, like yesterday was 1 year to the day we moved into this house, and our what's it called? Not thermometer. What's the whole system, the HVAC system, the front end wasn't working. They had to come and replace it, so we didn't have any AC for like 2-3 days, and I remember dying, particularly in a 2-story house. Like it gets really hot upstairs. So it was incredibly uncomfortable. Like I really didn't like that at all. So it's like I'm really surprised.
There's always a few different waves of fucking Toronto summer. Like there's a couple of different heat blasts. We've still got months left of.
I know. It's just more like a feel. Yeah, so we'll have time to sweat.
Happened a bit too early. I feel you though.
That's what I'm saying. It's happened a bit too early. That's really all. I'm just complaining. I mean, once again, weather podcast, all man things, and. Because Dan mentioned Love Island, Too Hot to Handle, the new season has started, and it's pretty trash as always. Love it. And another show on the flip side of the trash, when we started watching, we got like a free, I think it must have come with our phones or something, a subscription to the Apple TV Plus. And there's a show called Severance on there. So we're, I think, like 3 episodes in, 2-3 episodes. It's fucking fire. It's like this company that seems like a pharmaceutical company. It's almost like a warning. And if you go to work, there's cunts who work in the special basement or whatever, and they have this thing implanted in them where when they go to work, when they leave, they don't remember anything. So they call them the innie and the outie. So when your innie doesn't know you don't know your own name, you don't know what you do, you don't know anything. Like they have to kind of tell you what you need to know so that like you can't take the secrets of work out. Yeah, it's weird. But it's cool. And what did I learn this week? Don't eat a whole jalapeno.
Hey, don't put your up.
Yeah, don't do it.
That's fair.
Oh, do you know what else I learned? Go on.
Go on.
Words.
Go on.
No, you finish that thing. Go on.
I was going to say I didn't know jalapenos were even that hot.
Same. I always find them soft.
Yeah, it's mad soft. Yeah, it's probably the quality, you're right.
The one that I've got, I think it's called a La Bomba 2, like I. That's when I was looking on the label because I was looking at when to harvest them because I didn't know when to harvest them. So I'm pretty sure that they're fatters, like they're thick boys. But so there's that.
Do you jalapenos?
Do I
grow any?
That's what I grew. I grew those ones.
Amazing!
I have a plant with like 14, 15 so far. And there's a bunch more coming.
Some, please.
You want one? Okay, I'll get you guys some. They'll keep cruising through. There's so much rain.
Oh, jalapenos, dude.
Yeah. All right. I got you. Next time I know I'm coming up to see you, I'll definitely snip some because they're really good. And
make some sauce.
I did that once before. I'm not doing it again. It's
the sauce making is not fun,
isn't it?
What we did it. I got I think it was last summer, the summer before in Montreal. I forgot the name. It wasn't Scotch bonnet, but it was a serious pepper, habaneros, I think. And I grew them too. So I harvested them and I made sauce out of it. I just found a recipe and you put like vinegar in the sauce and you do it up. I swear to fucking Christ, cunt. There was not like we couldn't stay in the house. Like we're both just like achoo, and you just like sinuses. I just drip. Like you need to be in a professional facility with like industrial quality air removal. Like I'm never doing that again. Yeah, good sauce.
That's serious. I didn't think you had done that before.
Yeah, it was a couple of years ago. So it was bad. Imagine it in a 1-bedroom apartment.
Fuck off.
No escape.
Peace.
Yeah.
It's like the bathroom with no ventilation and you're using mad bleach and you fucking can't breathe and you start fucking vomiting because you.
We had the doors open, fans on, the range hood fan, whatever. Nothing would stop that, bro. What I've heard is what's that shit called? Sriracha. The Sriracha factory fucks up the whole neighborhood.
What?
Because of how. Yeah, but it's the making of the sauce and like activating the chilies and stuff. That's what. It's the shit in the seeds that once they're broken down by the heat and the other stuff, that's what makes you piss your pants. It's fucking crazy. Oh, the other thing I was gonna say is also don't eat a whole jalapeno. Eat fiber. have a lot of fiber. I've been having a tablespoon of psyllium husk every day, either in scrambled eggs or in just something. So it's like the raw dog shit that Metamucil is, but without all the bullshit with sugar and all the coloring and everything. And I've reduced my time on the toilet my whole life, like so hard, just from eating fiber. Eat way more fiber, so fiber gang.
Interesting.
Poo.
Interesting.
Psyllium, is it with a P or like
Psyllium? It might be a double L.
double L? Yeah, gotcha. Thank you.
Husk, and it's like a little packet.
That sounds great.
So you could put it in your a lot of fun fact. Tiff told me a lot of bakers use it as a binding agent instead of eggs because basically it makes it like gelatin. So like I put it in baked beans. So we buy baked beans, and I just put the tablespoon in baked beans, but it removes all. It's like it makes the sauce like into jelly, I guess, sort of like a stringy, slimy shit. I put it in that, or I put it in the eggs. I prefer the baked beans without that, and I put 2 scrambled eggs with some spices and the psyllium husk. Whip that bitch up, and it doesn't fuck the eggs up or anything. I don't find it like annoying to eat. Or I put it in oatmeal.
Relieves constipation. Look at that benefits.
Yeah, just
of the list. Look
All
at
right.
you, healthy
Gang.
health tips with Seafeezy.
Healthy colon, clean colon with Seafeezy. There we go. Look at that.
Oh,
What if we have a? There we go.
oh, dude.
Oh gosh.
That
All right.
That works, I guess.
Now, really quick before we get into like the this other sort of format of all the other things. That was good. Look, that was like 20 minutes or some shit of that, and that was after like elongating it.
Oh.
The real quick songs in your head when you wake up. Dan, I think you said you didn't have anything specific this week.
No.
I forgot to add more down. I only put 2, but no, you do yours first, and then I'll do mine, and then we'll move on to this next segment.
All right, sweet as. So I had Snow Allegra, Whoa. Just
Spectacular song to wake up to.
It's ridiculous. She's fire. Any part of that song can be in my head at any section of the day. So Mac Keen is a artist that's signed to Soul Action. I thought he was a producer only, but I learnt that he can sing right, and then I didn't realize so many fucking songs. The cunt's got heaps of shit. So there's a Soul Action episode that Esther and Mac Keen do, and they're basically playing all their collaborations together. And I didn't know who's who and who's doing what. So there's lots of like collaborations with random singers. But there's this one song that's I can't Shazam it, I can't Google it. It's not on the Soul Action list when you go to the SoundCloud, which is where all this shit usually is. If you want to listen to any songs, click on a link, takes you to a website, gives it, full breakdowns, timestamps, everything. I listened to the song, I can't discover it, so it's just I'm gonna call it the Mac Keen Untitled song. It's ridiculous, unbelievable. I'll send it to you, boys, and put it in the description or something. But like, it's ridiculous. It gives me goosebumps every time. Love it a lot. Kind of new to me. Last couple of years, just love it. Anyway,
do you know what you just said? Do you know why we're laughing?
Goosebumps.
You said it gives me goosebumps every time, which is a Travis Scott hook, and we're gonna be talking about. It's like I get those goosebumps every time. It's like an older song, and it's just funny because you said it exactly the same way.
With that song,
yeah,
I'm not fucking old. And the other song that I woke up singing was a No Worries collaboration, which is Anderson .Paak and what's the cunt's name?
Knowledge.
Jesus, pissed me off. So there's a song called Starlight, and there's a line from it. This is where the song came. So like I woke up singing like, now what's that? You've come too far to take the bus back. That's the kind of the first bar that gets me inspired to sing that rest of that song. And it's like, and even when it's untapped, it's talking about reaching for the stars and like not looking back. So I just appreciate the positivity. But that's all.
Okay, mate. That's a nice little selection. I did have others, and I kept thinking about it, and I just didn't put them down. I don't remember, but these are like 2 classics, West Coast classics. I had Hit 'Em Up, which is pretty funny. I don't know why. It's usually like I get like sometimes it's like Tupac's verse or the other dude's verses, and they like blend together. You know what you said last time about them looping? I get the looping thing all the time, and they're always the wrong parts that loop. I hate it. But it's not a bad one. Yeah, right. And then the other one was Doggy Dog World from Snoop, which is particularly Corrupt's verse. which is a
Then a fuck or 10.
exactly
Love it.
classic shit. But I like that. It's always fun. All right, so because we have so many different I mean, it's not that much more than last week. It just seems like I feel like we just want to go through it. So a different way that Dan was suggesting was, so Dan, you were saying that I should say like the headline, and then you guys react, then I react, and then go back into it again to the next one.
Yeah, efficiency.
Okay. All right, let's try that. Just something different. I don't, so I feel like we've done this. Like, we used to have those three. Do you guys remember? We used to have like the music review part, and we used to have the news, and then we had like a game or something segment. Remember we used to do that shit a while ago? Yeah, I like that we keep switching it up. So I think this is cooler. So, all right, so the first three are on the more somber note. These are 3 RIPs. So one that happened, I believe, yesterday was Pee Wee Herman, the actor. He was sort of like like he was around, but like we didn't really know him, but you knew the name.
Definitely.
Thoughts?
I've heard of him, but don't know much about him.
Fair.
He's a fair icon as far as like foundational comedy and like improv stuff, like mime work, all kinds of like old school shit, like very slapstick and I don't know. He reminds me like the back end of like
Pause.
Mr. Bean, like sorry,
That's what you mean.
like Bean and Pee Wee Herman had the really stretched out, over exaggerated facial expressions. They really knew how to they didn't speak much. It was all like physical comedy, so lots of body language. That's really hard to do. Cunts don't really run that way these days, and even if they do, they splash it in here and there. So yeah, Pee Wee Herman, like very random, very mute, but when he did speak, he had that kind of funny voice, like kind of honky, like a car horn. And yeah, I don't know, man. Like, I'm not too up on it, but like I think he's like one of those foundational cunts for the performing kind of comedy. So yeah, he's definitely, that's a sad loss.
Word. He wasn't like a problematic dude, was he? You know how like all these old cunts are like raping
I don't know.
kids and shit?
I mean, I don't really recall hearing him doing some fucked up shit. Let's have a quiz.
Because I always forget which ones do. But I feel like I would have seen it if you did. I don't, as you were talking, and I was like, yeah, that's like, you nailed it. I had nothing to add. Then I was like, oh, was he potentially like... But I didn't see anyone, because usually if someone passes and they are that type, people would say that on Twitter or whatever. X.
Yeah, you'd hear about it on X.
X. Fuck.
Yeah, on X.
Because in 1991, he so CBS cancels Pee Wee Herman Playhouse after he fucking was wanking in public on some George Michael shit.
Okay, that's what I was thinking about. Yeah.
My book.
See, like, raise your hand if you haven't wanked in public.
I mean, I haven't, but like,
I haven't either. But I'm saying, like,
but like,
see, Dan didn't raise his hand.
Especially Dan did not raise his hand, for the record. But in 1991, I don't know, bro. Like, that seems pretty light still. I think he did more great than bad, and we'll just leave it there.
I like that. I have nothing more to add to that. Next one. So this happened like an hour or two ago. Angus Cloud, who's an actor from Euphoria, he was the funny like drug dealer. I think the character's name was like, I want to say Fez or something like that. He was really funny, and he gave one of the best red carpet interviews ever. He was the one where like he didn't really want to talk, and the lady kept asking questions and shit. Like, he's hilarious. So apparently, they didn't say what happened. They said he went out like Mac Miller did, which I guess is an overdose. His dad died a week. Pardon?
They're saying possible overdose. Yeah.
Yes. So his dad passed like a week or two ago, and they said he wasn't coping very well, and I think he was already dealing with drugs, mental health, stuff like that. But he seemed like a good dude. So yeah, you guys familiar with his work?
Honestly, no.
No. I recognize his face though, but
I've seen his face. I'm like, yeah, cool, but don't know nothing about what he's saying.
Okay, I think you guys would like Euphoria. It's like fucked up high
Some new
school.
I think you're gonna be friends with.
Oh wow, your planet's coming through.
Is it?
Yeah.
The fuck, bro?
Sorry, yeah. I was just watching. Weird, it's coming through. All of a sudden, my shit wasn't working at the start. Now it's all.
Now it's coming through. It's interesting that the audio's. It could be the way the audio's fed.
Synced in. So.
I feel like more than ever, if I talk, because sometimes if I talk, this is those listening to the audio, you'll be fine because we record it separately. But for the video, I feel like whenever I talk, and if you talk, I always cut you off. I feel like and it doesn't. This is worse than normal, the way that it's cutting you off, if you know what I'm saying.
No stress.
And it could be the way that the audio is fed. But, so yes, rest in peace, Angus. He seemed, people seem genuinely upset. He seemed like a cool dude, and I feel like you guys would like Euphoria. It's a pretty cool show. It's definitely worth it. It's not dumb. It's like fucked up. Like they're crazy kids. You're like, oh, you cunts are fucked if I'm not having children now, type shit.
Oh, man.
Yeah, pulling out gang. Pull out gang.
Better that, yeah, exactly. Join
the vibes.
Gang.
And then the last... Hey?
Still, I'm finna snip me nuts at some point still.
Yeah, let's cut them, mate, and then you just
drop
them.
Just cut, mate. Nah.
Get them off like Barrington's gonna fuck. The last rest in peace was actually from last week. I think it happened right after we recorded. So Sinead O'Connor passed. They didn't also say what happened with her. I believe she was fucked up because her daughter died, I want to say. Or one of her daughters died, I'm sorry. So I think she'd been just dealing with some shit. She's just like a soldier. People were putting, posting a whole bunch of cool videos that she did back in the day. Like, she was ballsy. Like,
she was super ballsy.
Just seemed
Admirable.
Super cool. Yeah, and I didn't see anyone say anything bad.
Actually, down the cause, she risked her whole career and told the label to suck my dick. You cunts can't fucking eat off me anymore. What are you gonna do?
I think she lost her career because of saying that.
Yeah, but she didn't. No, she didn't say. So I saw a quote that Viola Davis on Instagram put a really poignant post, and it had a whole bunch of quotes from her career and stuff like that. And one of them was saying that where Sinead was saying that she, made that song and she said all these things, and she didn't lose her career. The people that ran the label that ran her career lost their house in Malibu or whatever the fuck,
their second house, yeah,
fun place that they would have earned from the royalties from shit. So she's like, the record industry, fuck you cunts, suck a dick, I'm out here. So yeah, she's got bigger balls than a lot of cunts. So yeah, the post that Viola Davis had 10 slides of, it was all animated and stuff, but it was real quotes, and it was just really up there. So
that's cool. I didn't see that one.
Cool quotes, yeah.
Viola
Davis, great actress, and she posts good shit. She's insightful, so she had a good tribute to that. She posted it from somebody else, obviously, but that's where I saw it, and it was good.
Okay, good for her, man. Dan, did you know who that was? Sinead O'Connor? You did not?
Nah.
Do you know that it's the song that she was known for is called "Nothing Compares to You," and she was the chick with the shaved head, Irish chick.
Song named Zombie too.
Huh?
A song named Zombie as well.
Are you no, that's a Cranberries, wasn't it? Okay. Who also had a chick with a shaved head. I don't know any other Sinead O'Connor songs, I'm not gonna lie, but she might have. Let's see.
I'm not too sure about this song. I don't know.
No, the Cranberries was the one you might be thinking of.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Don't apologize, you fucking cunt.
Watch your mouth.
Sorry.
Yeah,
okay.
I don't know who she is.
Okay. You might have just missed it. It was like a super 90s thing. So maybe you...
Maybe not born then.
Maybe not born.
Maybe not born,
Yeah, the vibes. All right, let's keep it going. So, the Clips reunited last night for a performance in New York at Amazon's 50 and Forever event. I guess celebrating the 50th anniversary of hip-hop. Thoughts
Damn.
and reactions.
Old, and that is great.
Okay.
Yeah, I agree. I didn't actually watch it, but I rate all these old kind of rappers, coming
Old.
together.
Wow.
They're 50
Old kind of
Matt.
rap.
Wow.
Well, older rappers coming together and still doing their thing on stage and shit.
Unbelievable.
I respect it.
Village.
That's it. When I say old, I mean 37 plus.
Unbelievable.
Wow. I just.
Daniel, you're offending the older folk, aka C Feezy.
You're old.
Oh.
Hey.
You're fucking old as shit.
Well then.
Look at you.
Look at you, and look at you.
Old.
Yeah, man.
Ah. All right. You're old.
I'm old.
Okay. So that's dope. Yeah, I just saw someone talk about it. I thought it was cool. I saw a couple clips. Get it? Clips of, I know, because the post that Dan said. I saw some clips of the clips. I was never a Clips fan. I just like Pusha. So personally, I'm not gonna lie, like don't really care, but I'm happy for those who like the Clips. You know what I'm saying? I would have liked to go there and see some Pusha songs, and I bet he probably did some solo stuff. But he would have done all the classics, the Clip stuff, which I'm probably sure I know a lot of that stuff. It just wasn't really like my thing because there's all that Pharrell shit that I don't bangs with too heavy, Yeah. All right.
No.
So this past week, Twitter officially changed their logo and the app to X, and it's this weird middle ground. Like my app still Bluebird and says Twitter, but then you guys, what do you guys have? Is it the black X and says Twitter, or does it say?
Mine is just X. Everything's X.
Interesting. I'm gonna keep this Twitter as long as I can. Then I don't know why I got it.
Got rid of it.
Huh?
I don't know. It's interesting because the notifications come up and I don't recognize it, but it looks sick though. When it comes up and I'm like, oh, it actually looks kind of drippy. I'm not gonna lie. But I don't know. It doesn't affect me. It's just it's all shit. It's all Twitter. So.
Okay, so then that was the first part, but the second part of this, which is probably more the opinion piece. So, I mean, just for those people who don't know, so Elon's intention, and he always said this from the beginning, he's always been obsessed with X, and he wanted to change PayPal to X, and then I think he was obsessed with that, and the partners all booted him out and shit. So he wants to create the, Western world version of WeChat, and in China, WeChat controls everything. You can do... It's one app where you can do everything. So, whether it's like, use Uber, social media, probably notes, fucking, help me out here, banking, payments, anything you can keep all your ID, like anything you do is all through this one app. And Elon wants to create that. But that's what Twitter is now the social component to X. So, what do you guys think of the whole everything app?
That's
yeah.
Too early. Cunts are fucked.
Cunts are fucked? That's a good answer.
I'm just like, I don't know, like it's just not gonna. I just don't see it happening. No one. It's just being ran to the ground. I don't think anyone wants it. It's just like I'm just happy with the other apps. I don't really care with what's happening over on that side.
With too much control in one thing, and if that fucks up, then you're fucked.
Yeah.
They want to make sure you are completely overseen, and it's just a bit too much. I know, man. Like,
entity. Yeah.
The convenience is cool, but like the other side is way too much of a risk, and I'm just not about that life. And most sensible people, I think, won't be about that life. But it's just depends on how many cunts submit to the fuckery. So we'll see.
Yeah, I'm with you guys. I'm not interested in one app to do everything. I don't like part of the insurance for the car. I don't know if I talked about this on the pod before, but to get it cheaper, they all seem to do it, and you have to install this app, which is sort of connected to like the location and like the accelerometer of your phone, so then they can determine how quickly you're braking in the car and how quickly you're turning and how fast you're going if you're ever speeding, so that they can actually give you a point system, and then you get cheaper insurance for doing that. So I didn't do it in my last insurance company. I changed to this one. They offered it. I'm like, no. I'm like, to me, that's too much. That's what this is. And like in China, that's what they've had for a long time, the social credit system where, you know, you can't leave your air. If you got like, you know, it's like a traffic light system, I believe, like, you know, red, orange, and green. Green. And then, you know, you can't go to different areas with, if you got the wrong rating, you can't, if you say the wrong thing online, they can do it. They can fuck you. I saw these things where it was like big things on the street. If you caught jaywalking or whatever, they put your name and all your details up to like publicly shame you. You can't buy, if you're the wrong thing, you can't buy bus tickets, can't buy train tickets, you can't drive, you can't blah, blah, blah. So I'm like, I know that China is a totalitarian dictatorship, just like essentially Russia, and I think there's another name for it, but in essence, that's what it is. Like, you know, the thing is, without going into it, because I know it's sort of like politics, I don't think any of us in this sort of side, we've got some sort of element of freedom. I don't know if anyone really wants to live in that shit, and like, they'll sell it to us that it's fine, because I know that they want. Why, if you're a government, wouldn't it be easier to just get shit done? You don't have to worry about votes and stuff. You can just pass stuff without having to consult the people. And if you can keep the people in line, because everyone's so scared to do anything by doing apps, that this is step one towards that. And I don't like it. I don't like it. I don't like seeing this at all. And I think a lot of people will probably feel the same once they realize. But I think people don't think it's a big deal. I've had people tell me the Chinese system isn't a big deal. And I was like, so okay. Yeah, it's very disappointing.
I think the zoom out is important for people.
Yeah, I think there's not enough talk about it, so I don't have to go any deeper, but yeah, it sounds like we're on the same page, so I'm not super interested, and I'm willing to just dash to. They already took the verification away, which is really all I care, the original, you know, like notable verification, and now that's gone. I'm like, it's not the same place it used to be. It's been fucked since COVID, really, like, with all the like extremes and then all the censoring and now all the opposite of that and then all the crazy algorithms and like it's a lot. So yeah, I fuck with that. Yes. Okay. Dan alluded to this earlier. Travis Scott released Utopia. He is like, you know, people were excited as fuck about this album on Friday last week. Got a whole bunch of tracks. Dan might be able to bust out the list of features, and I saw, and there's a couple of different things in here to talk to about that as well, but I saw this thing. It just reminded me that there was this kid who, well, I don't want to say kid, a dude sold his house so that he could pay to go to Egypt to watch the launch party at the pyramids.
Insane.
But why did you just sell your house to go to Egypt? I don't get it.
When you just tap your, worst case, if you needed a few grand, like when you just tap your equity. Yeah, like it doesn't seem
I don't understand. Going to Egypt's not like tens of thousands of dollars, like $1,000 flight or something, or maybe a couple thousand max.
And if you have to sell your house to that, it means you probably, one, shouldn't have a house, and two, you probably shouldn't be going to Egypt.
Probably out move still.
Yeah, it could be.
You're probably right.
Could be.
But I listened to.
Funny as fuck. Like, good job, cunt. Like, I mean, sweet. As long as, you know, man's had a good party on guard. Like, that's pretty.
I didn't even know if it happened, to be honest. It could have.
Didn't you like?
What, the pyramids thing?
Yeah.
No, it didn't happen, and he's having a concert in Pompeii instead.
Oh.
Wow. That guy must be red-faced.
You win. So, did you guys, while Dan's finding that, did you guys listen to the album?
Yes.
Sorry.
No said no. Okay. What do you think, Dan?
I think it's easily the best album I've listened to in probably years. It is.
That's a big call.
Yeah.
The production is so good. The features are unreal, and it feels like stargazing Travis Scott, but probably even better.
No, stop.
Oh,
it comes through this, remember? And it'll get it taken down.
Fair enough.
Sorry, no shit. I don't know. I think we have to just reroute your audio next episode.
That's so interesting. I'm gonna play like porno music or actual porn fuck scenes.
Like, yeah, you could do that. That'd be funny. What if they take it down for that? They might take it down for that, though.
They would take it down. They would.
A real porno, like, you know.
YouTube are bonkers with that shit. But Okay, that's a really, really big call, Dan. I mean,
What did you think? What did you think?
I think it's great, but it's patchy. I think there's a few songs on there that aren't...
I agree, though. That's my thing. I think the very first probably 5 songs, there's some weird songs, and
Yeah.
what also I think brings it down is there are some newer artists, but it's not. This is why I can't really like criticize Travis for it. There are new artists on there, and I know a lot of new gen rappers are terrible. So, and I know they bring it down so much.
Yeah.
And but that's only a couple songs. And that's why I can't bring it down that much. But the first, like, probably 3 to 5 songs were a bit weird. But it's kind of like, you know what? After you get through that 3 to 5 songs part, it's just flawless from there. It's so good.
I mean, look, it's really what you're right though. The production is A1. Some of the best, like, it's really good. And I did like to be fair that it was not all trap. It's not all exactly that. Some of the stuff is sort of like just cool, almost soul beats sometimes, which is weird.
Yeah.
It gets a little exhausting for me. It's just the zero topic, like you're just talking about. It's just party music. Yeah, I get it's a little exhausting, like to hate only that. But it's kind of like an experience. I get it. It's fun. You know, you can put it on anywhere. Like you say, if you've got people, you know, hanging out and with a bunch of people having some drinks, you can
These
put it on.
experiences are often called.
Whoa. Sorry. Just in case you play something. It's okay. I'm just worried that YouTube will take stuff down the way everyone else reacts when people play shit, like at other podcasts. Yeah. Everyone stresses about it, so they got me on edge. But yeah, no, it's great. It's definitely worth listening to, for sure. Like, the production's crazy. So the features, Dan, because it doesn't say on Spotify. I don't know why they keep doing this. Someone else's album was,
I don't know many people who do it. I know some rappers. I know Travis is one who always does it, but I don't know. I don't think it's everyone.
It might have been Beyonce or Drake. It was something that was like brand new, and they didn't have the features for like a week, or DJ Khaled or something where the whole album was like that. It was something like brand new.
It was DJ Khaled, but it was like an accident or something. I remember there was like an issue with the rollout, and I even remember listening to 2 songs on the album, and they were exactly the same song. But now when I go back to the album, they're obviously different songs, and it was just a mistake. It was like an upload mistake.
Okay, so they just fucked it up. But I just don't know why they don't keep tagging the... I thought there might have been like a strategy to it. Like, don't tag the artist because they want everyone to come to Travis's page rather than go on Beyonce's page and whatever. Spotify profile, I want to say page.
I think it's more like a shock factor. Like, like you don't know who's on the album. And it's kind of like so surprising that these people are on the album, because I'm listening to it trying to figure out who else is on the song. And I think that's more fun and kind of exciting. Kind of like I'm trying to even think of something that you. It's just like surprising. It's the surprise element of it, and I think that's what makes it better for me. Gotcha. I prefer that they don't have the name of because, for example, like the song with West Side Gun, I had no clue. The beat would switch and he'd just start rapping,
right?
And I was like, oh my god, this is like incredible. And if I knew he was on the song, I wouldn't have liked it as much.
That's fair. That's fair.
Same with the Beyonce song, or same with like when you're listening to that song Sirens, and then at the end you hear Drake speaking, and then the next song Drake starts rapping. You're like you had no clue, you know?
Right.
So I think it's better.
Okay, I like that. I'm sold. Do you want to read a list
features.
Of the features?
Yes. Yeah. I don't know some of these people though. I know probably like 80% of them. So. Drake, Future, SZA, Bad Bunny, The Weeknd, Beyonce, Rob 49, I don't know who that is. No. Playboy Carti, Kid Cudi, which I was surprised because I really liked his song. The song that Kid Cudi's in, I really enjoyed it. I was very surprised. Sheck West, Bon Iver, Pharrell, Sampha, Young Thug, Sway Lee, 21 Savage, West Side Gun, James Blake, and Tizo Touchdown.
All right. Might be comes from his crew, potentially.
Yeah, and like I already know that the songs with Tizo Touchdown and Rob 49 are the two that I don't really like that much.
Gotcha. Okay, so he's just trying to put some dudes on.
But it wasn't... Oh yeah, sorry, no, I did read Beyonce. I can't believe Beyonce was on the album. I
Yeah.
was so shocked.
Weird song too.
It sounded like a house song. It sounded
Yeah.
like a song that could have been on her album.
That's what Tiff said. Yeah. It
So
sounds
like
he was
I'm
going
I'm
for
not I'm
that.
not I'm not I'm not that surprised. I kind of liked it though, to be fair.
Yeah.
And the song with James Blake was good. Obviously, it's not as good as his the other song he had with James Blake. I forgot what it's called.
Oh, the Mile High.
My yeah, that's
Yeah,
such
yeah.
a good song.
Yeah, that's a good
Not as good as that song, but James Blake is great. But
Yeah.
yeah, the Drake song was so sick. Like the diss and everything that he.
So he
wrote in
dissed
that was sick.
Pusha again. It seems like.
Yes.
Yeah. Which is crazy.
Yes, and I think he like shots towards Pharrell as well, which is interesting as well.
Yes. He didn't give a fuck.
Yeah, I thought it was a gangster verse as well. When he was saying like something about, let me get the lyrics. He said,
Like I melted down the chains I bought from your boss.
that part was sick. Yeah, that part was sick. But for some reason, I really liked when he said, "You act like you love this American shit, but really the truth is you're scared of the six." I was like, "Whoa, this guy's fucking gangster, bro." It was so sick.
I didn't even know why he was saying that. Like, is he saying that? Like, who is he saying is scared of Toronto?
I don't know. That's a good question. Let me see what Rap Genius say. Rap Genius. Let's see.
Just pushing or what?
Say that again.
Does like Pusha T not come to the dot to Toronto?
No, he has. There was one time when the last he's
Like
doing
his-
a show here and cuts through beer at him and stuff, and then
Oh, that's weird.
it's pretty whack. And he was like, "Man, this guy's paying people to throw beer in. What the fuck is this shit? Like, remember? Do you know where we from? Like, type shit. It was funny.
True.
Yeah,
You could throwing things, but that's pretty far down the list.
yeah, it's pretty corny. If that was what happened, I mean, who knows, right? Like, if that's actually what happened.
People are saying they're saying stuff about, it's all speculations. Could be Childish Gambino. People are saying that it could be Kanye West and Pusha T.
Oh, because he's like, "This is America," and they got the beef with that.
Yeah. And he did say something about. Well, he didn't say anything, but he like
Had the
at his
screen.
concert had the
Yeah,
screen that had Childish Gambino's quote, and he was saying that maybe they're also saying that he could be implying that Pusha T is like Kanye West's bodyguard, and he's saying like something like your bodyguard put in some work on the fluke. Now you gotta go and inherit that shit. So I don't know what he means by that, but people are saying that it could be a diss between either of them.
Jeez. Okay. So,
But
lots of drama
he's
probably.
gangster, man.
Hopefully
I rate him.
Pusha does a verse or does a song and, we get some more action. Here for it.
Yes.
Surgical Summer shit.
I'm
Okay.
here for it. But that I must say, West Side Gun, incredible. I fucking love that guy.
Yeah,
He's
pretty
so
good.
sick.
We need the
so
boo boo
good.
boo 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 sound bite.
Yeah, that's what we need. That's what we need, honestly.
So that was pretty cool. I want to keep it cruising. I know we're supposed to make this short, but we're not because that's how we go. All right, we got another thing with Drake here. There's a song called "Look What You Done," and he performed that to his mom at one of the shows.
Yeah, so like at where the fake Drake usually sits with him.
Yes.
Said I think it's at the Brooklyn show. His mom came and sat with him, and then he just like rapped the whole "Look What You Done" to her,
That's cool.
which is pretty gangster. That's pretty sick.
Yeah. I like that. Shouts to Drizzly. Shouts to Mom. That must be weird to have to, I gotta go sit next to you in front of all these people.
She's like, holy shit.
Yeah, like, Jesus Christ.
Don't speak to her.
Yeah,
She's,
right?
like, looking like shit. She had big glasses. She looked like Bette Midler. She had like the big glasses on and the hair was down and she was always fixing her shit. She
Yeah.
was probably like nervous, but
I
very
bet.
sweet.
Yeah, man. Very cool. Drizzy always stepping it up. Love it. Always Drake news every week, man. Fuck. So, keep it moving. So, Nas dropped an album. I don't know if it was last Friday or the Friday before, called Magic 2. I think it was mostly, if not all, produced by Hit Boy again. Did anyone peep?
No.
No? I did, but it was listening to it in the car, and I feel like it's not a fair way to,
Yeah.
listen to it in the car with something the windows down, the sunroof open, and talking. It's not fair.
Yeah. We should revisit this next week because I really am super keen. I just pulled up a thing to listen to afterwards. We should talk about it next week. We should look
Okay,
at this.
so Nas, I'll check that again, and Nosh, you should definitely listen to Travis Scott for sure.
Yeah,
I'll do
100.
Up. Yeah,
I really don't mind Nas though. I think obviously I think Nas is excellent, but like it's not 2000. It's not 2005 anymore. It's okay. It's okay to hang up your boots and quietly do your own thing elsewhere. You know what I mean?
Wow.
That's all I'm saying.
Wow. Shit, dude.
That's all I'm saying.
I'll drop a bomb on your head top, fam. Still. Fuck bomb.
Some people should retire. It's okay, but some people should retire.
Whoa.
But no shade though. No shade.
Listen, bro. That was mad shade still.
Well, this is the clip, isn't it?
I have to cook you, fam.
So to get Dan stabbed. All right, so we'll listen to that next week. Dan, soccer news. Mbappe rejected the $776 million offer for the Saudi club.
Big T.
Yeah, what did he end up doing?
Crazy.
No decision yet. No one knows.
Okay.
He's just hanging. He's not playing football right now. The season's gonna start in 2 weeks or so. And yeah, like so
Doesn't want that cool Billy.
Doesn't want that Billy. But it's interesting because in his contract there's a clause where essentially the club can just extend your contract if they really want you. Like it's like, if you have a 5-year contract, let me add an extension option so we can 100% get him on for a 6th year. He had that option and it's expiring very, very soon. And if the club doesn't want, it's just a big ego thing, man. The club doesn't want to do it and he doesn't want to do it. So it's kind of it's very interesting to see probably the world's best player in that position. So no one really knows. It's an interesting summer. There's only probably under a month left for to allow him to move to another team. So who knows? We'll see.
All right, keep us posted. It's kind of fascinating, to be honest.
I will.
All right, sports. I think that's basically. Oh, there's going to be some more sports in a sec, actually.
There's going to be some more sports.
So, Roddy Ricch falling off. I can pretty much. I think you're talking about that when he did the live, and then he started playing the new music. And,
yeah.
So and maybe you can expand on this then, Dan. So basically, what I saw was a video, and it was just a screen recording of the live where he had, I think it was over 10,000 people watching. And then he started playing the new music and just looking at the screen, and you could just see the numbers drop, and it went down into the 7,000. So he lost 3,000 viewers in the span of about 30 seconds to 60 seconds.
30 seconds, yeah. It's bad, man.
And the music, it wasn't that shit, but go on.
It's not even that. He's fell off since. Remember when he released that album, Forgive Me for Being Antisocial? With the box, yeah. That was peak. That's his whole career there, and it was really good. I enjoyed Roddy Ricch back then, and I was like, you know what, I fuck with his music. Ever since then, it's worse than you know how people say Bryson Tiller can't live up to his first album.
Yeah,
this is way beyond that, to a point where it's Bryson Tiller can still release good music, it's just not to that level. This guy cannot release a good song, so it's I don't even know what. Was the box and that album such a fluke? Where it's he's genuinely really bad.
Go on, Nosh.
I don't know.
That's crazy. That makes me think somebody might have written that for him, or maybe he didn't have any.
They should have written it for him. You know what I mean? Maybe he needs a writer. That was my first thought when we were talking about this. I was like, oh, maybe he needs someone to because obviously people like him. They like his sound, but they're not liking the new song. So it's either he's peaked, and Bryson Tiller's sort of come back, you could argue.
You could say, yeah, because his new, when I say new, I mean this and last year kind of music that he releases. It's it's really not that bad. It's actually pretty good.
Yeah, he had that flop second album, but that's what happens when you get too successful on your first album. It's really hard. So I don't know. It's weird. I saw people saying they thought that because he was Nipsey's protege, but I don't think he was Nipsey's protege. He just worked with him. And that kind of helped him get on a bit, but I don't think he was signed to his label or rolling with him type shit like that. I think he just did a song with a kid.
Interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be curious to see. But I felt bad for him because I got no ill will towards him at all when I saw the numbers just drop. I'm like, oh, imagine that ego hit when you like think, you've got whatever, all these followers and all these people are watching, and then it just drops because the music's like people are like fuck that. But it could just be maybe I don't know this, but maybe people don't want to go on a live and watch new music, so then they tune out.
I don't know, man. Like when the game done it with Kanye West, that was sick. Whenever like Drake goes live, it's sick. When a Future and even fucking like just random artists can go live and play music, and it's not gonna have such a bad reaction. Like his fall off is so bad. It's just I've never seen anything like it. Like it's so bad.
Poor guy. Well,
Yeah.
we'll keep you posted if anything else happens. We'll bring that back up, but hopefully he gets his shit together. Okay, so it looks like we both wrote the exact same thing down here. So the streamer speed or iShow speed, I saw these things on Twitter, and it was telling Tiff about this earlier because it was really sad. So like normally he's like he's young, he's probably like I don't know 20 or something, and he's really like high energy, seems a bit crazy. I think he's pretty funny because he does all the grabbing the microphone and doing funny shit. So I think he seems pretty cool. So he had this video on Twitter that someone had taken, I guess, from his Twitch or something. And he was basically like, it was in the dark, and he had he was closing his eyes and rubbing his head. He was basically crying, saying he was in like excruciating pain. He said like felt like people are stabbing his eyes. He didn't know what was going on. He goes, any single thing he does, it's just like it's killing him. He doesn't know what to do. I was like, whoa, this is serious. If he's like crying, this is a guy who's like high energy, always joking. Then the next one I saw was him like on a little thing in an ambulance with like I guess some sort of a bandage around his head, which maybe is some sort of compression thing, and his eye looked like yours did, Nosh, after your accident, like completely swollen up from a headache. So yeah, and people were saying in the comments that it's something called a cluster headache, which I'd never heard of before, and there's one drug that works on them, and apparently it's one of the worst pain you could ever have, as far as humans are aware of. Like there's almost nothing worse than that, and you have to take the drug before it comes on. So, yeah, I couldn't believe it. That's fucking crazy. It was so sad because he's so young, and I never even heard of them before.
Poor cunt. Fucking hell.
Yeah, I knew about cluster headaches before,
Oh, yeah?
but I never seen anyone or like even anyone online like experience it. So like it's crazy, and it is like extra sad to see him because he's like career like peak right now, doing everything, like meeting Ronaldo, going to see Messi live, meeting Kim Kardashian, speaking to her kids and shit, like doing everything.
Yeah,
like he's literally living like like a football fan's dream, and it's sick to see what he's doing, and it's like kind of sad to see him like proper down. Like he seems to be like an actual G. Like I rate him a lot. So
yeah, super sad, man. So speedy recovery, get it? To him, hopefully he's all good, and yeah, man, sad. Hate seeing that shit. Now, back to sports. I missed this because when we left Steam Whistle on Saturday after Barris, we got caught in insane traffic on the Gardner, and it took us like an hour 45 to get home. And I was hoping it would normally takes like less than an hour at that time of night, but the UFC was on, so I was hoping to catch some of the punchy fighty sports. But maybe you boys can break down the highlights.
Go on, Notion.
Oh, mate, I saw just the end, so that's all you do.
This is all Daniel.
Okay.
Daniel's
Let me get the card up.
Well, let's talk about the guy who took his pants off, because he was funny as fuck. What's his name? Derek.
So funny.
Derek Lewis. So he did I could even tell you because I watched the whole fucking thing. So this dude did a fucking, what's that, Nosh?
He's been around for a while. He's a funny cunt, bro.
He's always funny.
Well, I mean, like he's always got good post fight interviews, but he's a jovial, fun individual. But he's always just been a funny cunt in general. So I rate him as a. He's been around for a while. I like him.
Okay.
And he's got the most knockouts in UFC history.
Does he?
Yeah.
Glove is like a quadruple XL. He does have a massive fist. I remember that as a fact. When he came out like yonks ago, he did like with Ultimate Fighter maybe, and he smashed a bunch of cunts up, and he had to get the custom glove because he's so big because his fist is like punched 2 cunts' heads.
Jesus.
Anyway, it was huge, massive bloke, heavyweight, and he can swing his fists around.
He ran up on a dude and did a flying knee kick, and then the dude got knocked over, and he just like belted him on the ground, and the fight was over in 30 seconds. It was insane.
It was over in 6 seconds.
Oh, it's 6 seconds. Maybe I saw another one that he did the same thing. Then
so crazy that.
No, it was about 30 seconds. You're right.
Okay, because I saw a couple videos, and then when he won, he took his shorts off. There's stuff underneath it. He didn't get his cock out, and he's like flinging them around his head. And then Rogan was talking to him. He's like, "Yo, what happened? Like, did you plan?" He's like, "Nah, bro. Just thought I'd try some shit, see what happens." And it worked. It was so funny. I would exactly what you said, Nosh. I was like, "Oh, this guy's cool as shit." Like, I would watch all his fights now.
He's the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was fun.
After one of his fights back in the day, he like went to Hooters and had wings with like the crowd. He's
what
like
a
people
man of the people.
Yeah.
I love that. Honestly, that's like really cool and kind of rare. But you can't like fake that either. Like, you got to just be that guy.
Chuck Liddell was another guy who's like, a very high level fighter, highly revered, but also he could go to the local pub and cunts be like, "Oh yeah, Chuck Liddell's at my pub. Let's fucking just chill with the cunt." Wouldn't be a swarm thing. Like, he'd be chilling. So gotcha. I think Derek Lewis is on the train of that. People like him a lot. So he's a fun guy.
Nice. Okay. So that was a good one. That's all I saw though. So no, Dan, you want to give us a high level rundown?
So I caught the final 3 fights because we were out late after seeing Russell as well. So I saw the final 3 fights. Obviously, Derek Lewis, 30-second knockout, flying knee to the face. It was wonderful. And then Alex Pereira fought. The guy who fought Izzy Adesanya.
Yes.
The guy who couldn't stop beating Izzy Adesanya, and he actually lost to him. But he went up a weight to fight in light heavyweight against somebody called Jan Blachowicz. And if I'm not wrong, I believe Izzy done the same thing. He went up a weight to fight Jan Blachowicz, and he lost, I think. But Alex Pereira went up a weight, fought Jan Blachowicz, and won. It was a split decision, and it was like it was meant to be a good fight, but Jan Blachowicz made it so boring because he obviously is bigger than him, and when you're in that weight class, when usually people go up, if you're not as good as like a technical fighter, you just like take people down, and then you just lay on top of them because you're just like massive. So he just done a lot of that. But then if you saw like the significant strikes or something, like Jan Blachowicz only got like 39, Pereira got like 60. And like he was just like wigging every like 2 seconds or something. Like, it was really good. Like, Pereira's sick. So that was a sick fight.
Okay.
And Justin Gaethje versus Poirier main event was a sick fight. Oh my god, Justin Gaethje's so sick, man. He's so fun to watch. And Dustin Poirier is the guy who fought Conor McGregor. And it was like the first event with fans I think it was in Vegas. And then McGregor like broke his leg and he got the mic. He said, "Your wife is in my DMs." I don't know if you remember that.
I remember that.
Yes, so that was the guy he fought. And essentially, Justin Gaethje never throws head kicks, basically. And what he done was identical to the Leon Edwards fight against Kamaru Usman, where he faked a left jab, and then he absolutely swung, like, done like a roundhouse kick, knocked out Poirier straight, just like hammer fist him, and then Herb Dean had to run in and stop it. It was so good. Like, it was like the sweetest connection. It was so good. Like, incredible. Savage. Like, yeah, it was so good, man. It was such a sick fight. Such a sick fight. And yeah, it was a great event, man.
All right, so those are the main ones anyway. So you saw the main stuff.
Yeah, I saw the final 3, so it was good.
Yeah. Okay. UFC, so always a good time. Punchy fighting sports, boys.
Next event is... wait, when... actually, no. It's in Boston, August 19th.
I'm
That's
going to
the
be
next
there.
event.
Oh, no. Yes, I am
Ooh.
going to be there. I get to Boston August
Yeah.
19th. I'm going. I'm not going because
Ooh.
it'd be like, no, I'm going to Trillium, bro. Fuck that.
Boston.
Yeah, I get you. I get you.
Fun
Boston.
fact, my cousin from Australia, Dan, I spoke to him the other day, and he used to work for a company that was based in Boston, so he used to go there a bunch. He said last time he was there, I was like, yo, like, you got any places I should go? Like, because you've been there a bunch, or any areas, if not places, because I obviously know about beer. And he was like, he was talking in front of a restaurant, and there was some people at the front, whatever, and talking about like, going to the car park, whatever. And they're like, hey, are you taking the piss? Are you making fun of us? Because in Boston, they say, you know, park the car, whereas in Canada, they pert the car. So we say park the car, and they thought that he was making fun of their accent when the Australian accent and the Boston accent has synchronicities.
Same. Yeah.
Ooh.
Lols. Isn't that just
I
lols?
like that.
So
I like that.
I would have to go to the pub with those cunts and have a beer to sort out differences. You know?
we said they were older people, so they weren't like threatening him, but like they were like, "Are you taking the piss? Like, what's going on?" And then he told them, they're like, "Oh, he's crazy." You know? So that's funny.
Ooh, fancy that.
Right? Fucking hell. Okay, 2 more things. So, Cardi B threw the mic twice in the last few days.
Pissing on people.
Yes, and I also saw another angle of the first one where it was the angle of the girl who actually seemed to accidentally have had dashed a drink on Cardi, because the angle showed the actual girl. And she was like, "Oh my god, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry."
Oh,
Like she was like immediately like it seemed like legit. It didn't seem like she was like drunk or shit. Like she seemed like legitimately like, "Oh, I'm actually so
like
sorry."
someone pushed her and she had the drink up.
Yeah, that's what it must have been because the
That's
way
a pretty
judging
big
by her
push, though.
reaction.
Mm.
Yeah. It seemed pretty kind of, a bit sus. But like,
So some girl up the front, just to clarify, it was some girl at the front of a performance, and the drink like came out of, she must have just holding it up, and it was like an open cup and
like,
spilled, holding it up and spilled onto Cardi, and it looked like she threw it at her. So then Cardi got the mic, and those fucking like cordless mics are heavy, and she just fucking piffed it at her. So and then the second mic one, which Dano just showed me like right before we went on. Tell us about that one.
So she was like pissed at the DJ because I only assume she's pissed because he made her rap like 80% of her verse a cappella, and she probably didn't want it. And the DJ, I saw people clowning the DJ, saying it was awful.
So she threw it.
And then essentially she just, as soon as she stopped singing her "I Like It Like That" verse, she turned, like it was like 2 seconds. She was like singing and then turned around, boom. Like I was like, whoa, like it was like a bit mad. Like I've never seen. I understand being pissed, but it was like, come on, like
She's probably
why
had
throwing it?
Maybe something else is going on in her life for her to do that twice. I mean, obviously, I think performing is not like. I'm really happy we don't really like perform like that no more. It's like I got my August challenge for the watch. Oh right, we got that happened. Don't worry. It's August now. Hey. So yeah, like I just keep seeing all sorts of drama on all the time about things that happen, fights at shows, people disrespecting the performer and stuff. I'm like, fuck all of that, bro. Like I'm not interested in that shit at all. Fuck my life. It just sounds whack, and people are just more disrespectful and more like just wilding out all the time. It's just it's kind of shit. Now the last thing before we play the fun game is that the GOAT is back on Twitter. Do I have the mayor? I'll see if I have the mayor sound. I must.
You must have it
because I lost everything when I transferred to the new computer. How do you spell GOAT?
GOAT.
You mean CEE? I was wondering what the file was called. What do you think the file's called, Nosh? Do you remember?
Fuck, mate.
Well, either way, Kanye got let back on Twitter. I guess Elon gave him. They let him back on, then they took him off again, and then they let him back on, and he got the gold check mark.
Yeah.
So I think the gold check mark is there. It is.
Cheap.
The
nice.
Goat check mark is the gold one. I think just means like I thought it was just like a brand or something like that. So maybe it's like a celebrity one. So he hasn't tweeted, but apparently he's deleted everything. Nosh loving it. All the tweets are gone, and someone commented they're gonna use it for the Yay 24 campaign, which I guess if he's still up.
That is hilarious. If he's still doing that, I think that is so fucking funny. Oh my god.
I don't even know, bro. But it's going to be interesting. Some people were suggesting that maybe he'll come back and just be more chill and not while out and say stuff that'll piss people off again. So
when I was on his account, the last tweet I saw was the tweet of what was it? Chris Paul. And it was like, oh, and just before I go, I saw this man in bed with my wife. I was like this guy is so fucking funny.
He's savage, bro. Yay the goat.
Oh my god.
So that was all the news for this week. And then, of course, we're going to wrap up with the best debut single game because we're still going. Let's just do 10 of those.
Let's do 10. Okay. Are we ready?
I'm ready. Noshi, you ready?
I think so.
Okay.
Okay. This number 72. Small artist under the name of Jermaine Cole.
Lights, please.
Yes.
No. Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Here we go. Fat Joe.
Okay, here we go.
Was it like Jealous One's Envy or something? Because he had no, that album was 95, and I think he had 1 or 2 albums before Don Cartagena.
Joe capitals like an acronym.
I think it was. That's why I was saying Jealous One's Envy or Jealous One's Still Envy or something like that.
Ooh.
Not that.
I give up.
James.
A song called Flow Joe.
Would not have got that.
Nope.
Interesting.
Okay. I didn't think I listened to his old shit, but okay. Shouts to Joseph.
I don't know this group, but a group called Above the Law.
Yeah. Oh, they were like even before my time.
Whoa.
I'm not gonna. Wow. Relax.
Sorry.
I don't have a clue. No, you got any thoughts?
A song called Murder Rap.
Okay. Sounds
okay.
Gangster.
DJ Jazzy Jeff and the Fresh Prince.
Parents Don't Understand or something?
Nope.
Summertime?
Nope.
I was not really a fan that much. I've read about it though. I'm gonna have to pass.
A song called Girls Ain't Nothing But Trouble.
Oh, okay, I've heard of that one. I mean, it's true. Am I right? Broads about shit.
I'm alright. Small artist called Eminem.
So if it's My Name Is?
No.
Infinite.
No.
Was it off The Infinite? Maybe.
This it's showing me a single cover.
Okay, so we might have had.
I don't know.
Not My Name Is.
No, I said that before. I don't know.
It's a song called Just Don't Give a Fuck.
Oh, that was a first single?
Apparently so.
Huh?
Interesting.
I would not have picked that to be a... That's an interesting first single.
I've never actually heard that song.
It's off the some shady LP. It's great.
Never heard the song. I grew up listening to Eminem so much. I've never heard that song.
Did you hear that first album?
No, I don't think I have. Well, no, I've listened to some songs of it, but not like front to back.
It's classics. Definitely worth it. Okay.
Here we go. Exhibit.
Oh, Paparazzi?
Yes, sir.
Which one?
Yes, sir.
I said Paparazzi.
Okay.
What did you say, Nurse? Because I cut you out.
What you see is what you get.
Oh, that's the second album.
Oh, I see.
Okay, so what I'll do this time, because I don't want to cut you off, because of just for the video purposes, I'll wait for you to answer before saying anything.
I don't.
All right.
Here we go. Ludacris and Shauna.
Oh, I know this. What's your fantasy?
Yeah, I don't know who's Shauna. Who's that?
She was the female rapper from Disturbing the Peace.
Oh,
She was cool. She had some joints.
Okay. Here we are. The GOAT, DJ Quick.
So, first album. So just so Nosh, the album that we had, the
Dollars and Cents.
Was the album called that?
You think so?
No, it wasn't. It wasn't. What the fuck am I having a Safe and Sound? That was his like third album. So second or third, I think it was third. So the first, Quick is the Name or something like that was his first album.
That was the first album, yeah.
But that's not the single, was it?
That's not the single, no, that's not the single.
I don't fucking know.
It's a song called Born and Raised in Compton.
Would not have picked that.
Ooh.
Very descriptive.
Very, very. Yeah, I would know this one. This one coming up.
Okay.
Crisscross.
Go Nosh.
Jump?
Yeah.
Classics.
Classic. What do they do now? Are they alive?
One died, and one is still around. Not rapping that I'm aware of. Not that I'm aware of.
Okay. Did they make any other songs?
Yeah. So they had, like, Notion had that album in, like, 91, I think it was. And then that album had a few joints on it, but there were, like, 12, like we were.
Mm-hmm.
Or I was. No, I wasn't 91, I was 10. But whatever, they were young. And then...
You were how old?
In 91, I was 10.
Oh, yeah. So,
okay. Yeah, I'm old. Then I bought I think they had an EP called Tonight's the Night, and that had like 8 songs on it. I remember paying like $40 for it import from Central Station on Flinders Street in Melbourne. And that had the song called Tonight's the Night, which was a pretty cool joint. And that was when they were like 18, maybe. Like, they were getting older and the music was cooler, they were smoother, and like I think the Brat was on it or something. So they definitely, they had a few other projects. They didn't like just do, that was just the first single on the first album, which was called Totally Crossed Out. And then, they kept it moving. Good for them.
Interesting. Yeah, next one. 50 Cent featuring Mad the Rapper.
Or The Mad Rapper? Or Mad the Rapper?
Oh, sorry, The Mad Rapper. I don't know why I'm reading like that.
What would that have been called?
Yeah, How to Rob.
It was How to Rob. Oh, there you go.
Yeah. I don't know who the Mad Rapper is.
He was a character who was played by producer, I think he's Derek D. Angeletti, who was one of Puff's producers. I think they were called the Hitmakers or something. And go on.
It was a Cruel Cunts.
Cruel Cunts, exactly. And there was interludes on, I want to say, like, No Way Out album, and I think some of Biggie's albums was like, and he had this real like raspy voice, and he was the mad rapper telling everyone why they suck. I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad, son. I'm gonna tell you why I'm mad. Like, it's you gotta listen to it, I guess.
Interesting.
It's just when interludes were a thing, it was like this character that it was just kind of funny because he was just a hater.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, very interesting. Okay, here we go. Final one. Young Jeezy featuring Manny Fresh.
Trap or Die. The Snowman.
No.
I be trapping. Now I'm just making things up.
No.
In the Trap.
Unfortunately, it's got nothing to do with the trap.
Cocaine.
Or cocaine.
Streets.
Nothing to do with streets.
I'll
be honest. It's just 3 random words.
Oh, then okay.
Anus.
Okay.
Peanut butter. Vegemite.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh,
close.
You're close. It's called And Then What?
Oh, wow.
That's a cool name for a song.
That's pretty cool, right?
I actually quite like that. All right.
Yeah.
Funnest game going. So, with that, you fucking mad dogs, that's episode 133 in all wrapped. Good times. First of all, Daniel, where can everyone find you online?
I mean,
Yes.
Oh, Thummy, yes. HTFGXMING. I have made myself a calendar, so I'm going to post quite frequently now. So.
Good man.
So yeah, get at me.
Let's do a quick. What do I want to hold? Let's do the quick funny. I was going to put the cup. I think I did it last week, but I didn't care.
Penis. Oh, there you go.
I can hold a cock. Okay, ready? Note, where can everyone find your nudes online?
Just text me at 416 hard cock. But also at Notion Baby on Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. At Illinois Studios on everything else as well. At Notion MTB Instagram and at Notion MTB on fucking YouTube. Can't watch me shit. Get a dog up here. Get a trailer up here. See Feezy.
You can get my pornhub.com/fatdickdaddy. You can also get me CWFOR Twitter and Instagram, and CWTMF on Facebook and TikTok. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. If you enjoyed the episode, smash the thumbs up, hit subscribe, hit the notification bell, so you know when the new videos. Follow us everywhere at The Moving Fam and at Bad Habits Pod on Instagram. We be posting. We here every week as much as possible in the summer. I feel like we'll be taking a little break towards the end of the month when Dan's away and I'm away. But we'll see you on the next one, you fucking legends. Be good to your mother. Water. Cup of tea. Yeah. Drink tea. You little bitch. Drink tea, fuckhead. Drink tea, you fucking dickheads. Peace.